Well, my name's Chris. I've been with State Farm 32 years, the last 15 of which have been part of the auto catastrophe response team.
Hi, my name's Phaedra, and I've been with State Farm for 22 years. So I've been in catastrophe services since 2005.
My name is Adrian, and I've been with State Farm for 23 years.
My brother, Howard, is a State Farm agent in Mississippi, and he recruited me. And I said, why in the world would I go to State Farm? And he goes, well, it's a good place. Got good people, and they do the right thing. And I think you'd fit in there with your moral system, your value system. And I said, well, I'll give it a shot. And he connected me with an HR person. I went in and interviewed, and by that afternoon, I'd gotten a job offer.
I had a friend who worked for State Farm, but he told me, hey, we're looking for good people like you. He gave me an application. I completed that, gave it back to him. He turned it in, and I started getting phone calls about interviews. We had an initial training center in Houston, Texas, where I spent 10 weeks learning policy, how to handle claims, how to talk to customers, how to climb roofs. And 23 years later, here I am.
So in 2005, when Katrina hit, there was a mass posting, and they hired 400 people, and we all put in our resumes, and 2 weeks later, my boss, he's like, you got picked for fire, so you're gonna be climbing roofs. And I was like, what?
A catastrophe event is a communal event. Entire communities are impacted.
Think about this. Trees are down, power lines are down, people can't get into their homes. It's just mass chaos. And here comes 10, 12 State Farm vans coming into the community, into the area.
So the expectation in the field is we work 6 days a week, 12-hour days. I'll get an email today that says, hey, you're heading to Texas tomorrow for a hailstorm. So I would load my vehicle up tonight and start the drive to Dallas.
So we need people that are flexible, that understand that at any minute, at any time, we could have an event that impacts hundreds or thousands or tens of thousands of our customers.
It's easy to go out and just get on the roof and write an estimate, but then you have to upload all your photos and your file notes. So the first 2 weeks are very intense, not a lot of sleep. I guess we survive the long days because we know we're helping someone. It's almost like an adrenaline.
If you want a set schedule and you don't want to have any ambiguity in your job, catastrophe's not for you, because Mother Nature is fickle.
And when I first started with Deployed, I thought I'd be here, I was gonna do it for 5 years. But this job, it could be addictive. You know, the different states, the different cities, the different storms, different people, different communities. And to know that in a minute, you could be asked to go and be a part of that. And you have to have that strong support system. I have a wife who understands and supports my career, have 2 twins, and they tell their friends at school, my daddy has to go help people.
If you are looking for a career where you can absolutely impact someone's life, help them get back in their home, help them replace a vehicle, allow them to get back to work, get back to their lives, taking care of their kids, taking children to school. It makes you feel like you have absolutely made an impact on someone's life.
I'm helping someone's mother, I'm helping someone's grandmother, and maybe their daughter or son lives in another town and they can't be there for them.
I remember one time during a devastating storm, we walked into the restaurant. They gave us a standing ovation because we were there for them.
So as we've evolved, we've looked for ways, can we virtually handle a claim with a customer? That's the absolute fastest way to get a customer paid. We have drones that can fly over a home and give measurements that don't require a claims specialist to go out to that property.
I can print a check in my car right after I do the inspection and hand deliver that check.
We hear what they're telling us. They want to use technology, right? They want to, for faster service, quality, and you have to do all that and at a competitive price.
I remember from being a boy and watching commercials When I thought of State Farm, it was like a good neighbor. And in catastrophe, boy, that's the place in the company that you can make that come to life.